Okay, we should be live. For some reason, my chat is not working. Let me fix that. All right, docs. Let's go to the chat. Pop this son of a bitch right out. Grab it and paste it in there. Apply. Okay, apparently the chat is just not going to work. Let's try doing it again. That's chart. I need chat. There we go. It looks like Neil is here. Thanks for joining, Neil. I am still getting things set up. This was kind of spur of the moment. I wasn't really planning on doing a stream, but I figured, what the hell? I got nothing better to be doing. Posting about it here in the Facebook group. Oh, that's the chat, not the stream. I need the share link for the stream again. And then as soon as I get this posted over here on the Facebook group, we'll begin. Impromptu, helps if I spell things right. Impromptu stream. Join me if you're not watching the Super Bowl. Post. There we go. You got a card to run? Any good matches coming up on your card there? I got 2 title matches on the card that I am about to stream. It is the final card for year 7 in my National Wrestling Commission universe. We're going to crown our first ever tag team champions. And then, of course, we've got the world title, which is defended every year in December on the final card of the year. So those are the 2 title matches we've got. In the World Tag Team title match, which is going to start off the show, it's going to be the Fabulous Kangaroos with their manager, Wild Red Berry. And they're going to be taking on the Hook and Book Connection, which is, of course, Roy Welch and Stu Hart. Mark Bain is here. Hello. Welcome. After the tag team title match, we've got El Santo versus Huracan Ramirez. Then we've got another tag team match. These two were the teams that were knocked out of the qualifier. I did like a 4-man qualifier or a 4-team qualifier for the tag title belts. The Sharps were originally in against the Hook and Book Connection, and they were eliminated. And the Golden Grams fought the Fabulous Kangaroos and were eliminated. So now the Sharps and the Golden Grams are going up against one another in sort of a consolation match. And then we've got one that will be wild, I am sure. It's the French Angel, Maurice Tillet, will be taking on the Sheik. That should be just gruesome. Then we've got Don Leo Jonathan versus Johnny Valentine. Billy Watson will take on Wild Bill Longson, the Battle of the Bills. And then we've got world champion Thesz, and he's going to defend against Freddie Blassie, who is undefeated. He's 8-0, so I felt like he deserved a title shot. And so this is Blassie's first title shot. We'll see what he can do. And we are going to start out here with the tag team title match between the Fabulous Kangaroos and the Hook and Book Connection. And in the red corner, at a total combined weight of 411 pounds, we've got Roy Welch and Stu Hart, the Hook and Book Connection. And in the blue corner, accompanied by Wild Red Berry, at a total combined weight of 468 pounds, from Sydney, Australia, we've got Al Costello and Roy Heffernan, the Fabulous Kangaroos. And let's see who's going to start off for each team here. Apologize for the cough. I am just constantly dying of chest congestion this time of year. So, and it looks like even for the Kangaroos, so that's going to be Roy Heffernan. And odd for the hook and book connection, so that'll be Roy Welch. Let's add the pin saves to the blue corner. They are a 3-man team, so it doesn't automatically add them. So we got some pin saves. We also need to add the manager distraction and interference to the blue corner. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So we got that all set up. Everything should be ready to go in this tag team title match. Let's oh, it already rang the bell. It didn't pause it for me, so I guess we're just going to keep going here. And it looks like Roy Welch has won the walk-up. And we'll start us off here with a single leg grab and trip on Roy Heffernan. Heffernan is dazed, but he's close to his corner. And Roy Welch able to pull him out and avoid a quick tag out by the Kangaroos. Welch backs him into the turnbuckle. And then they jockey for position, and Roy Welch is able to fireman's carry Roy Heffernan out of the turnbuckle here. And Welch is in control of this matchup. Welch grabs a standing leg lock on Heffernan. And Heffernan is hurt here as Welch continues to wrench that standing leg lock. And Heffernan trying to reach for his partner. Can't quite get there as Welch pulls him back. And, ignore that. That was the wrong thing. Roy Welch attempts a cradle hold on Roy Heffernan. Heffernan once again close to his corner, trying for that tag, but can't quite make it. Roy Welch, on the other hand, pulls Heffernan back to his corner and makes the tag. It's solo promoter. Grant Pachoco is here. He is a pillar of the community. Welcome. And Roy Welch tags out to Stu Hart here. Stu Hart is in control of this match. Hart comes in, waits for Heffernan to stand up, blasts him with a big back body drop. Heffernan is down. He's hurt as he stands back up, and Roy Welch scoops him up, body slams him to the mat, and that puts him down, but he is able to get back up, and as he's getting back up, Heffernan caught with another big body slam by Roy Welch. This time he's able to scoot out the back, and he grabs the arms surfboard on Stu Hart here. And Hart able to spin it around. He's in control again. And Stu Hart tries that elbow smash. They are equal in power, so that will work. So unfortunately, Heffernan can't tag out, but he does manage to block that elbow smash. And he's going for a monkey flip. This is a choice A maneuver. So this is either going to be into the ropes, which is an A, or a level 2 move. It's going to work on 8 plus or minus power. So 7 or better. No, or an A into the ropes. I guess we're going to go for the 7 or better. And on a roll of 7, he's able to hit that monkey flip. And Stu Hart, with amazing athleticism there, lands on his feet and comes back. Heffernan charges in. Stu Hart hits him with a big back body drop. Heffernan is hurt. Stu Hart, another back body drop as Heffernan charges in again. Heffernan obviously frustrated and trying to get something going so he can make that tag. He's not going to be able to do it there as Stu Hart locks on that sleeper hold. And Heffernan is down. Hart has that sleeper hold on. Heffernan reaching for his corner here. And he's able to make the tag. Al Costello comes in, a house of fire. Double hammers to the chest of Stu Hart. But Stu Hart just puffs his chest out and takes it like a beast. And is able to counter it with another big back body drop on Al Costello. Costello is hurt here as Stu Hart continues his attack. Big body slam by Stu Hart. And Costello's hurt as Hart tags into Roy Welch. And Welch with a big knee lift. And that is a choice C maneuver. Let's see, the power is the weaker of the two. So that's definitely what we're going to go for. It's going to work on an 8 or less. And on a roll of 9, he just can't connect with the knee lift. Al Costello going to send Roy Welch into the turnbuckle. But Welch able to reverse it. And now Costello going into the turnbuckle. And Costello bounces out of the turnbuckle and catches Roy Welch with a big running back elbow, putting Roy Welch down. And Roy Welch is hurt here as Al Costello applies the Greek cross here. And it's a choice F. Let's see. Power is his weaker. So that's going to work on a 7 or less. And on a roll of 8, it just doesn't work. Roy Welch this time, able to escape from the Greek cross and apply a hammerlock on Al Costello. Costello's hurt trying to make that tag, and he's able to do so. So Roy Heffernan comes in. Heffernan on the attack here on Roy Welch. And Heffernan grabs a cross arm breaker on Welch, really wrenching that arm, putting him on the ground, and applying the pressure. This is a choice D maneuver. So it's either going to be a level 3 move or a level 2 move, depending, let's see. Power is his weaker of the two, so that's going to work on 9 or less. And on a roll of 6, that is absolutely going to work. As Roy Welch is in trouble, as Roy Heffernan just applies the pressure. Welch is hurt here. Kangaroo kick by Heffernan. And that catches Roy Welch. He is staggering around the ring as Heffernan applies the surfboard, keeping him in one spot. And that surfboard, he's going to ride it all the way to the ground. And now, there it is, the boomerang. This is a +3 finisher. So let's see, we're going to tag out to Costello. And Heffernan. So let's see, that's going to be a 7 or less. So definitely we are going to see the pin save. And Stu Hart just can't get the pin save in. So Heffernan in there to cut Stu Hart off. Al Costello going for that cover. It's going to be 7 or less. And on a roll of 7, it's over. Just like that, the fabulous Kangaroos have defeated Hook and Book Connection for the tag team titles. So here we go. Yes, it is for a vacant title, the NWC tag team titles. We just saw it was Al Costello beat Roy Welch. And with the boomerang. Let's see, there was only one fatigue in that match. It came on the on Stu Hart there, so but it was for the titles, so I'm going to say that was like a 1-star match. And then of course I always enter the fatigue here. Hart had 1. Welch, or no, that was on Roy Welch. So Hart had 0. Welch had 1. Heffernan had 0. And Costello had 0. It helps if I spell Costello correctly. And there we go. The fabulous Kangaroos with a win. And they are the new NWC World's Tag Team Champions. Let's see what's going on in the chat. It just looks like people saying hi to one another. Mark Ferguson has joined us. Welcome. I wasn't expecting so many people here, considering that the Super Bowl is going on. But I guess not everybody likes the football. I enjoy the football. I just don't like the teams that are playing, so I just decided I wasn't going to watch. So we've got a lucha match coming up. El Santo versus Huracan Ramirez. Definitely should be an interesting one. And in the red corner, weighing 198 pounds and standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, from Mexico City, Mexico, we have Huracan Ramirez. And in the blue corner, weighing 209 pounds and standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, from Hidalgo, Mexico, he is El Santo. So Santo and Huracan Ramirez getting it on here. And neither man can take advantage on the lockup. They are jockeying for control here. And it looks like El Santo finally going to get control on level 2 offense since they tied on the first one. And so Santo going to take him down and then immediately head outside and nail him with a slingshot senton. Or at least attempt to, as Huracan Ramirez rolls out of the way. And El Santo hits the mat hard. Santo gets up and Huracan Ramirez grabs a lucha arm drag. Santo able to roll through that. And Santo grabs him and attempts a front knee lift on Huracan Ramirez. Ramirez able to catch the leg here. And Santo. Oh, that was the wrong one. And Santo is finally caught with that, what am I doing? I am rolling all screwed up. Huracan Ramirez just countered the front knee lift. He needs to roll on level 2 offense. There we go. Lucha arm drag by Huracan Ramirez. That finally hurts El Santo. And it looks like Huracan Ramirez is in control. There's another big lucha arm drag. That's going to daze El Santo. And now Huracan Ramirez with the lucha body block. And El Santo ducks out of the way. And Huracan Ramirez hits the mat. El Santo attempts a battering ram. That is a power maneuver. They're tied in power and agility, so all of these will always work. And it looks like that battering ram connects. Huracan Ramirez kind of absorbs it, though, and goes on the attack, grabbing a cravat on El Santo. This is a choice C maneuver. We definitely don't want the agility, so this is going to be on the power here. +1, so that's going to be 8 or less. And on a roll of 7, it is successful. El Santo in the cravat here as Huracan Ramirez wrenches it. And Ramirez lets go and attempts a flurry of rights on El Santo. El Santo caught by those punches. And now Huracan Ramirez solidly in control. Grabs him by the waist and picks him up. Big waistlock atomic drop on El Santo. El Santo's hurt here as these two continue to fight it out. El Pulpo by Huracan Ramirez here. That hurts El Santo. And Huracan pushes Santo into the ropes. And as they jockey for position on the ropes, Santo spins around and hits a big drop toe hold. Santo in control now. Santo grabbing a Boston Crab as Huracan Ramirez lays on the mat. Ramirez is down, but they are near the ropes. So Huracan Ramirez is going to roll out of the ring. El Santo, he heads out there, and both of these guys are going to brawl on the outside of the ring. And the ring rating is tied. So El Santo is going to win the brawl and throw him back in the ring. El Santo not going to throw him out of the ring. Instead, he's going to roll up and attempt a slingshot senton on Huracan Ramirez. Ramirez is hurt here. El Santo finally in control. Santo waits for him to get up and comes in with a flying head scissors. Choice A, so into the ropes, which is an A. I don't want that. Or a level 2 move that's going to work on power on 9. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So 9 or less, he gets it. So flying head scissors, and Huracan Ramirez rolls through and pops his head right out of that head scissor and is now in control. Going to back El Santo into the turnbuckle. No, he's going to roll up. And lucha body block by Huracan Ramirez. And El Santo is caught by that lucha body block this time. And Santo is dazed as Huracan Ramirez attempts a flying head scissors of his own. This is an agility move, so that will work. But no, El Santo showing that he can do it too as he rolls through and then pops his head out of that flying head scissors. Santo in control, backing him into the turnbuckle. And Huracan Ramirez eats some knees to the gut in the corner. And El Santo is now definitely in control. Santo with a big running body attack. This is a choice C maneuver, so let's see. That's going to be power, and it's going to be 8 or less. So let's see if it happens. It does not happen, so El Santo tries that running body attack. But Huracan Ramirez quickly out of the way. And now he is going to roll up. He's not going to try to put him in the turnbuckle. And he's going to throw a left haymaker at El Santo. Since they are tied in both power and agility, that will work. And that is a level 2 move. So Santo blocks the haymaker. And it is going to be Huracan Ramirez taking over. Or I mean, El Santo taking over. Jesus. I am just out of my head tonight, apparently. Flying Mare by El Santo. Trying to flip him over. And that's going to send Ramirez crashing hard to the mat as El Santo. Tope de Cristo on Huracan Ramirez. This is an add 1 maneuver, so we're going to add 1 there. And he's going to roll on level 3. And he's hurt. You just can't keep him down. Here's another flying head scissors. That's a choice A. So 9 or less. And he's got that head scissors. And that head scissors finally puts him down. And let's see what Santo can do with it here. Another Tope de Cristo. +1 and rolling on level 3. Huracan Ramirez is hurt here. A big slingshot senton. And that's going to put Ramirez down. El Santo solidly in control now. Santo, he's going to try it. He's going to the top rope. And they're going to jockey for position. The wrestler with the better agility rating rolls on level 3. If tied, the opponent rolls on level 3. They are tied. So Santo able to push Huracan Ramirez back off the turnbuckle and jump onto him. And with a Tope de Cristo, Santo is just killing him with that move there. And Ramirez is hurt as El Santo with a flying mare. That's going to hurt Huracan Ramirez. Flying head scissors. I believe this is a 9 or lower. And he's got the flying head scissors. But Huracan Ramirez able to deftly pop his head out at the end there. And he throws a lucha arm drag El Santo's way. And El Santo's hurt here. Ramirez waits for El Santo to get back to his feet. And takes him over with another lucha arm drag. And El Santo once again thrown to the mat. And he's hurt. As Ramirez now backs El Santo into the ropes. But El Santo reverses. As the referee steps in, El Santo goes in and spins around and takes him down with a waistlock takedown off the ropes there. And El Santo is solidly in control again. He's got that double arm bar pin on Huracan Ramirez. Can't get his shoulders to the mat, and they are close to the ropes, so Ramirez going to roll out of the ring. And Ramirez just kind of hanging out outside, and El Santo with a plancha over the top rope, just crushing Huracan Ramirez. And Santo throws him back in, and El Santo climbing to the top rope. And Ramirez gets back to his feet, and Santo comes off with a big flying crossbody. And that's going to put him down, but the momentum carries Santo off of Ramirez, so no pinfall there. As Santo attempts another double armbar pin. And Huracan Ramirez keeps his shoulders off the ground. And Santo eventually has to break it up and go for something else. He attempts that flying mare on Huracan Ramirez. Ramirez is put down by the flying mare. And Santo with another Tope de Cristo. So that is another fatigue for Huracan Ramirez. And now Ramirez is hurt as Santo waits for him to get back up and then just slingshots over the top rope, putting him down with a senton. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. Let's just remove those from the match log. And that kind of connects with Ramirez, but doesn't get all of it. And Ramirez kind of dazed by the move, but really can't. Yeah, El Santo just can't put him down. Lucha arm drag by El Santo. And Huracan Ramirez counters that with a big double ear clap. And El Santo ducks. And Ramirez claps nothing. And now Santo flying head scissors. He's going to try his luck and back him into the ropes. And El Santo backs him into the ropes and then whips him into the other side. And as he comes off, Santo is there with a big clothesline, but so is Huracan Ramirez. And both of these men are down. And better ropes rating, and they are tied. So that is going to be El Santo. El Santo going to get up first. And Santo in control here. Another big tope de Cristo. So another fatigue. And Huracan Ramirez is hurt. Santo just can't get a break here. And Santo with a big octopus hold on Huracan Ramirez. Ramirez able to keep himself from submitting here. Santo forced to break the hold. It's just not worth it. All the energy expended trying to keep it on it could be applied better elsewhere. And Santo with the big flying mare. But Huracan Ramirez rolls through, pops right back up. Grabs him by the waist and picks him up with a big waist lock atomic drop. That's going to plant El Santo. He is hurt. And Huracan Ramirez throws a flurry of rights. Those connect as Santo in trouble now. He's going to test it. He's going to try to toss him into the turnbuckle. And Santo into the turnbuckle as Ramirez follows in with a big back elbow. And Santo staggers out as Ramirez whips him into the ropes. And once again, these two guys meet in the center of the ring with a double clothesline. Both men are down. And this time, it is Huracan Ramirez getting to his feet. And he grabs him up. And just standing spine slam on El Santo. Santo's hurt here. Into the ropes by Huracan Ramirez. And Santo comes off with a big flying drop kick on Huracan Ramirez. And now Santo in control. Gonna try for that head scissors. Gonna do the power move, so that's gonna be 9 or less. He gets it. And Huracan Ramirez is hurt. Multiple scoop slams by El Santo. And Huracan Ramirez is down. He is close to the ropes, though, and he's going to roll out of the ring to try to break the momentum of El Santo. And now both of these men are brawling on the outside. They are tied in the ring rating, so that is going to be El Santo winning the brawl and throwing Huracan Ramirez back into the ring. He's going to climb to the top rope. And El Santo comes off with another big flying crossbody block. And that one hits on Ramirez perfectly. Ramirez is down. The target is going to be 7. The roll is a 10. So, amazingly, Huracan Ramirez kicks out of that flying crossbody block. And the match will continue. El Santo in control now, though. Santo with that double armbar pin. And that can't get the shoulders down, so Santo is going to have to try something else. Flying head scissors. He's going to try throwing him into the ropes. And both of these guys hit with a double shoulder block. The wrestler with the better power rating. They are tied, so that's going to be El Santo. And Santo not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. And once again, flying head scissors. This time he's going to do the power, so that's going to be 9 or less. And on a 12, Huracan Ramirez counters El Pulpo. And Santo's hurt here. Ramirez, now he's trying to take control here. And he whips Santo into the ropes. Santo comes off with a sunset flip. And that's going to be a pin on Ramirez, so the target is going to be 8. The roll is a 7. So El Santo has won. with a surprise sunset flip after 43 minutes of action. It is not, it's on like double and a half time or something, so that match really only went on for like probably about 15 minutes-ish. So, Huracan Ramirez lost to El Santo with a sunset flip. A surprise sunset flip. Let's see here. He got another one, so that would be 7 fatigue for Huracan Ramirez and none for El Santo. So, even though there was no fatigue on El Santo's part, it wasn't really a squash. Definitely 3.5 stars. Ramirez had 7. Santo had 0. And there we go. So that one was a heck of a match. I'm going to take a drink of my soda here. There we go. Definitely a hell of a match. We got another tag team matchup. Like I said, these two guys were the non-finalists in the 4-man World's Tag Team Title Tournament. So this is going to be the Sharps versus the Golden Grams. And here we go. We're going to run this one. And in the red corner, at a total combined weight of 465 pounds, we've got Eddie Graham and Dr. Jerry Graham, the Golden Grams. And their opponents in the blue corner, at a total combined weight of 504 pounds. From Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Ben and Mike Sharp, the Sharps. And let's see who's going to start off for each team here. And then we will pause this. Pin saves are there. Nobody's got any managers, so I don't need to do anything there. Ben Sharp will start for his team. Dr. Jerry is going to start for his team, though. And then we'll get rid of those two. And we'll go ahead and start this back up. And we'll roll for... Oh, hold on. I have to do some adjustments on the Sharps. They have some bold for tag team matches. So his ropes is going to be an A instead of a B. And he's got a pin of 5-2. So let's adjust his pin to 5-2. And I know Mike Sharp also has some adjustments. He's got a pin of 5-2 as well. So let's get that down there. And he's got a ring of A. So there we go. That is adjusted. Oh, ring of A, not of C. Okay. And so let's put it back on Ben Sharp. There we go. And now we are going to go. And Ben Sharp won the lockup here. And so Sharp in control. Sharp trying to pick Dr. Jerry up with a big body slam to start this match. And he just can't quite get it. Dr. Jerry Graham, the more powerful of the two. And Dr. Jerry in control now. Throws a flurry of punches at Ben Sharp as he scoots out the back of that body slam. And Ben Sharp, he's hurt, but they're close to his corner. Can he make the tag here? And he cannot, as Dr. Jerry Graham is in control. And Jerry Graham, I think that they, only have the in-tag team matches thing. All right, so Dr. Jerry Graham in control here. And a big knee lift on Ben Sharp. Ben Sharp is down. That knee lift caught him very flush. And Jerry Graham not going to throw Sharp out of the ring. Going to roll up. Then they're going to double team in the corner. And he's going to tag out to Eddie Graham. And Ben Sharp is hurt. As Graham comes in, Graham going to throw him into the ropes. And Ben Sharp comes off with a big counter. Sharp comes off with a big clothesline and puts Eddie Graham down. So now Ben Sharp in control. Sharp with the big full Nelson. And that has an asterisk, so. If opponent rolls a reversal, roll 1 die. If it's even, Ben pulls the opponent's hair and reapplies the full Nelson. So here we go. This is a level 2. He does not roll a reversal. But Eddie Graham can't roll the tag. So now Ben Sharp in control here. Sharp with a big double sledge. This is a choice C maneuver. His power and agility are the same, so we'll just go for the one that's higher. Level 3 move is going to work on 6 or less. And on a 5, he actually gets it. So big double sledge on Eddie Graham. And that catches Graham. Dr. Jerry not going to try to break this up. They're just going to let it go. And Eddie Graham able to kick out, but he eats a point of fatigue there. And Ben Sharp is in control. Ben Sharp not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. And another big double sledge. And this is a choice C, so that's going to be the same thing. It's going to be 6 or less. And I knew he was tempting fate there. As Eddie Graham gets out of the way of that double sledge, slips behind him and nails him with a big kidney blow. And that's going to daze Ben Sharp as Eddie Graham makes the tag to Dr. Jerry. And Dr. Jerry is in. He's going to throw him into the turnbuckle. And Sharp crashes into the turnbuckle, and Dr. Jerry just moves in and unloads on him. And punch after punch as Dr. Jerry Graham is in control. And now Dr. Jerry Graham going to double team him with his partner Eddie as they pound on Ben Sharp in the corner. And Ben Sharp is down as Eddie Graham, they're going to do it this time. They're going to throw him out of the ring. So Eddie Graham tosses Ben Sharp out of the ring, and the Golden Grahams hit Ben Sharp with a big double clothesline on the outside of the ring, and then toss him back in. As Ben Sharp is in trouble here, Eddie Graham, big backbreaker on Ben Sharp. Sharp is down. He's going to try to tag. He needs 6 or less. On a roll of 3, he gets it, and his brother Mike finally comes into the ring, and Mike Sharp on the attack. Sharp throwing Eddie Graham into the ropes. Graham comes off the ropes. Ben Sharp puts him down, or Mike Sharp puts him down with the back elbow. And now Mike Sharp sends him into the turnbuckle. And this was a big mistake as Sharp tries to come rushing in with a big clothesline in the corner. And Eddie Graham gets his foot up. Big boot right to the face of Mike Sharp. And Sharp is laying. And Sharp's hurt here as Eddie Graham continues the attack here now. Dropping an elbow on Mike Sharp. And Sharp is hurt. Eddie Graham tags out to Dr. Jerry again. Quick tags by the Golden Grahams. And Jerry Graham brings Mike over to the ropes and just starts choking him. Definitely not the referee's favorite thing. And the referee finally gets Dr. Jerry Graham to break the hold. Mike Sharp is down. And Dr. Jerry Graham grabs him and swinging neck breaker puts Mike Sharp down. And Mike Sharp's hurt here as Dr. Jerry Graham chokes him on the ropes again. And now Jerry Graham applies a body scissor submission on Mike Sharp. And Mike Sharp is in trouble. He's in the center of the ring, nowhere to go. Referee is asking him if he gives up. And Mike Sharp able to break the hold. His brother Ben was betting on his ability to break it, and he was able to do so, but Dr. Jerry Graham is still solidly in control of this. And this is their rope guillotine atomic knee drop. And this is a big one. So this is going to be a tag into Eddie Graham. And this is a +3 finisher. So that's going to be a target of 6. So we're definitely going to roll the pin save here. And that is a successful pin save. So he adds 1, but he's able to break out. And now Eddie Graham in control here. Eddie Graham going to ram him into the turnbuckle. This is a choice H maneuver. Level 3 move, 8 or lower on opponent's agility. So that's going to be 9 or lower. And that's what he's going to try. So Eddie Graham off the second rope with a double sledge. And that's going to work. As Mike Sharp is in trouble. Sharp is hurt. He needs that tag at this point. Eddie Graham going to blast him with an elbow smash. Mike Sharp able to counter it. And he grabs a top wrist lock on Eddie Graham. Eddie Graham, too much of a wrestler for that. And he's able to break away and counter the top wrist lock. Eddie Graham, big forearm to the chest. This is a choice C maneuver, so let's see what happens here. He's agility, so 8 or less. And on an 8, it works. And that club to the chest really did a number on Mike Sharp as he is hurt and reeling. And now Eddie Graham, big elbow smash. Mike Sharp's hurt, but this could be a tag. No. And Eddie Graham tags out to Dr. Jerry, though. And Dr. Jerry Graham chokes him against the ropes. And Mike Sharp, Jerry Graham dragging him dangerously close to his partner, going for the tag. Jerry Graham takes notice of what he did and corrects it. So Mike Sharp not able to make that tag. And Dr. Jerry Graham scoops him up, spins him around, and slams him to the ground. Mike Sharp is down, but he's crawling to his corner. Will he make it here? And yes, Mike Sharp makes it to the corner and tags Ben. Big Ben Sharp comes in. Face rake on Dr. Jerry Graham. Graham is dazed. And a punch to the ribs. Dr. Jerry's dazed, but he's got the chance to tag. Can't quite get to Eddie Graham. And so, once again, it's Ben Sharp. He grabs a headlock, applies some pressure here. And Jerry Graham finally able to counter. And Jerry Graham, this is an agility move. They're even there, so that will work. So Jerry Graham trips Ben Sharp to the ground and jumping knee drop on Ben Sharp. And Sharp rolls out of the way. Dr. Jerry hits nothing but mat. Ben Sharp scoops him up and whips him into the ropes. And Dr. Jerry Graham comes off with a big shoulder tackle there. And that's going to end it for Ben Sharp. He is now in trouble as Jerry Graham tries for that atomic knee drop. This is either going to be a death jump or a level 3. That'll be 7 or less. He's going to go for the death jump. And Ben Sharp can't quite get out of the way, so Dr. Jerry Graham nails him with that big atomic knee drop off the top rope. And Jerry Graham in control here. Jerry Graham is going to toss him out of the ring. But Ben Sharp able to go for a counter here. So Dr. Jerry throws him out of the ring. Ben Sharp waits for Dr. Jerry to come out. Dr. Jerry Graham tries to go and grab a chair to hit Ben Sharp. But Sharp charges in and hits him with a knee as he's trying to pick up that chair, dropping Dr. Jerry Graham on the outside of the ring. Ben Sharp then rolls him back in, bounces off the ropes, and crushes Jerry Graham with a big clothesline. That's a +1 finisher, so the target is going to be 4. I think he can make it. And the roll is an 8, so Eddie Graham trusting in Dr. Jerry, and that trust worked out. So now, Ben Sharp, full Nelson on Dr. Jerry Graham. Jerry Graham's hurt by that full Nelson. Ben Sharp now with an elbow smash. The Golden Grahams have been using that elbow smash all match. And Jerry Graham's hurt by the elbow smash, but he stumbles back towards his corner here, and he's able to make the tag to Eddie Graham. Derek Bauman is here. Howdy, Derek. And Eddie Graham in the ring now, and he is in control here. Eddie Graham grabs Ben Sharp by the hair and pulls him down and grabs that top wrist lock. And Ben Sharp is down as Eddie Graham applies pressure to that top wrist lock. And using that wrist control to pick Eddie Graham back up and drag him over to the corner. And he just smashes him straight into the turnbuckle. And this is either going to be a death jump or agility. I think he's going to go for the agility. He needs 8 or less. And on a roll of 8, he just barely gets it. So that was a level 3 ram into the turnbuckle. So he just slammed him hard. Ben Sharp is hurt. Eddie Graham in control here. Graham grabs a face lock and brings him over to his corner. And the Golden Grahams make the tag. And Dr. Jerry comes off the top rope with a big diving double sledge. That is an add 1 maneuver. So Ben Sharp in trouble here. Going to try to make the tag. And he can't get it, as Dr. Jerry Graham is now in control. And Dr. Jerry Graham not going to throw him out of the ring. They just got him. Going to whip him into the corner, and then the Grahams are going to double team him in the corner. Eddie Graham comes back in here. And he is down. This time he's going to roll out of the ring. And Eddie Graham and Ben Sharp brawl on the outside. Wrestler with the better ring rating, they are even. So that is going to be Eddie Graham winning that brawl. Graham rolls him back in the corner there after the brawl and just kicks and stomps in the corner as Big Ben Sharp just can't get up in time. And now Eddie Graham going for the cover. This is a target of 3 here. I don't think they need their last pin save for this. And a roll of 6, so he does kick out, takes a point of fatigue. And Eddie Graham going to make the tag to Dr. Jerry Graham. And Jerry Graham not going to throw him out of the ring, going to roll up. Jerry Graham with a big body slam here. And Ben Sharp is hurt. And Dr. Jerry Graham is... Why is Jerry Graham rolling on defense? That's not what I wanted at all. And Dr. Jerry Graham kicks him in the ribs. This is a choice A maneuver, so it's either going to be ropes or level 2 move. We're going to go ropes. And drop down, leapfrog, roll again. And double shoulder block, wrestler with the better power. That's going to be Dr. Jerry Graham. So Jerry Graham shoulder blocks Ben Sharp to the ground. Grabs him by the hair, scoops him back up, and slams him to the ground with a big body slam. Ben Sharp is hurt. Jerry Graham connects a huge knee lift. And Ben Sharp, he takes it, but he's close to his corner. Can he make the tag? No, he cannot. Dr. Jerry Graham in control here, scoops him with a big body slam again. And Ben Sharp is down. Once again, by his corner, he's going to roll to see if he can make the tag. And this time he gets it. And Mike Sharp in there and ready to go. So Ben Sharp, or Mike Sharp, with a front face lock and choke on Dr. Jerry Graham. The Sharps are getting frustrated here. And Dr. Jerry Graham is hurt by that front face lock, but he uses his power to kind of push his way back towards his partner. And Ben Sharp, or Mike Sharp, able to roll it, or able to spin it around so he can't make the tag. Mike Sharp in control here. Grabs a hammer lock out of that front face lock choke. This is a choice F maneuver, so let's see. We're going to go with the agility move here. It's going to work on 7 or less, and it will make it a level 2 hammer lock. And it's not going to work, as Dr. Jerry Graham comes in, kick to the ribs. That's going to be... Yeah, he's going to try it. Into the ropes. And Mike Sharp comes off the ropes as Dr. Jerry throws him in. Jerry Graham with a big knee to the gut as Mike Sharp comes off the ropes. Jerry Graham tags his partner Eddie Graham. And Eddie Graham comes in. Big elbow smash. Mike Sharp catches the elbow. Pushes him back into the corner. And the Sharps double team Eddie Graham in the corner. And Ben Sharp, going to make that tag there. And that's a +1. And let's make sure... Let's go back to Mike Sharp here real quick. I think it's in singles matches. Yeah, it is. Okay. So he makes a tag to Ben Sharp there. And Ben Sharp comes in. Eddie Graham rolling on level 3. He is down, but he is still in his corner as that... And he is able to make the tag to his partner, Dr. Jerry. So Dr. Jerry Graham comes in, whips Ben Sharp into the buckle. Ben Sharp able to come off the buckle with a big running forearm strike that puts Jerry Graham down. So Jerry Graham is on the ground here. Ben Sharp on the attack. Headlock and punch by Ben Sharp. Jerry Graham able to counter that. He is familiar with that sort of tactic. Jerry Graham scoops him up with a big body slam. Plants Ben Sharp on the ground. Dr. Jerry pushing him back against the ropes. He's got a choke against the ropes on Ben Sharp there. Sharp is dazed. Jerry Graham grabs a hammerlock and a headlock. So Jerry Graham tying up big Ben Sharp. And Ben Sharp is dazed. This could be a tag. He gets the tag, no problem. Mike Sharp comes in. Mike Sharp pushes him into the ropes. And Dr. Jerry Graham coming back, and Mike Sharp drops down. And Graham comes back off the other side, and both men attempt to shoulder block. And Jerry Graham is the more powerful of the two, so Jerry Graham puts Mike Sharp down with the shoulder block and then pushes him back into his corner. And he's got that double team in the corner, so Dr. Jerry going to make the tag to Eddie Graham. And Mike Sharp going to roll on level 3. That's going to hurt him as Eddie Graham comes in, grabs a face lock out of the corner, and Jerry Graham up to the top rope comes off with a big flying axe handle. And that's going to be a add 1. And he's going to roll on level 3 there. And Mike Sharp is down. Mike Sharp going to roll out of the ring. And Mike Sharp grabs a chair as Eddie Graham, or Dr. Jerry Graham, comes out of the ring. Jerry Graham blasts him with the chair. Did the referee see it? He did not. So Ben Sharp did a pretty good job of avoiding... Ben Sharp did a pretty good job of cutting off the referee and distracting him. And so now Mike Sharp rolling Jerry Graham back into the ring. And Jerry Graham in trouble. Big punch to the head. This is a choice G. He's going to go up to the top there. And Jerry Graham punches him in the gut as he tries to come off with that flying axe handle. And Jerry Graham in control now. Jerry Graham going to throw him out of the ring. And they're brawling on the outside. The wrestler with the better ring rating. They're tied, so that's going to be Jerry Graham. Graham not going to throw him out of the ring again. Going to choke him on the ropes. And Mike Sharp is down. Dr. Jerry Graham grabs a ringside object. So now he's got that same chair. And they are going to roll their pin save here to see if he has to roll for DQ. Because he's got a 6 DQ. And that roll leads to a big brawl, so it doesn't even matter. Jerry Graham smacks Mike Sharp in the head with the chair, and it's a wooden chair, so that just splinters on Mike Sharp. We're going to roll for blood on Sharp. Sharp not busted open, but he definitely felt that. So now we've got to roll double DQ. So let's roll double DQ. Let's see here. And the Sharps are not DQ'd. And the Golden Grams are not DQ'd. So now we roll one die to see who takes over. And it's odd. So even though Mike Sharp got blasted with the chair, he is still in control here. And Sharp able to grab a standing leg lock on Jerry Graham as the referee finally gets control of this match. And Jerry Graham is hurt, but they're close to the ropes, so he's going to try to make that tag. And he's able to do it. Eddie Graham comes in. And they used a pin save, so let's subtract that. And Eddie Graham is in the match now. And Eddie Graham, double team in the corner. And this is a level 3 move, but Dr. Jerry is back in. And Mike Sharp's hurt here. Jerry Graham with a kick to the ribs. Going to throw him into the ropes. And they get that double shoulder block, and that is going to be Dr. Jerry Graham. He is more powerful. So flurry of punches by Jerry Graham on Mike Sharp. And Mike Sharp caught all of those punches, and he is just floored as Dr. Jerry Graham climbs to the top rope. We're going to see another flying knee drop, I think, or the atomic knee drop. Yeah, atomic knee drop. He's rolling on the death jump. And Mike Sharp can't get out of the way. Dr. Jerry Graham drops that atomic knee right on the chest of Mike Sharp, and Sharp is in trouble. Jerry Graham hits the big spinning or swinging neck breaker. Sharp is hurt. Jerry Graham with a big body slam. And now Sharp is down. He's going to roll out of the ring. And now both teams brawling on the outside as the Grahams are getting frustrated about not being able to put him away. The Sharps are always down to brawl. So let's see. Both wrestlers roll DQ. No DQ there. No DQ there. Mike Sharp are rolling one die to see who takes over, and it is the Sharps. So the Sharps win the brawl. Jerry Graham thrown back in the ring. This is a trapezius claw. And let's see, roll one die. On rolls of 1 or 6, use trapezius claw toss. 3 add 1. And it is a 6, so he is going to add 1 as Mike Sharp grabs the trapezius claw and just kind of tosses him around the ring. And now Jerry Graham in trouble. Jerry Graham is down. Graham going to roll out of the ring. And another big wild brawl erupts. And both of these teams roll in DQ. The Sharps aren't disqualified. They're going to use their last pin save to distract the referee. Let's see if it works. And nope, failed. So they're going to roll their DQ. And it doesn't matter. They're not DQ'd. So. And now it is Jerry Graham rolling one die. And it's a 1, so that's odd. So the Sharps win the brawl again. The Sharps just keep beating up on the Golden Grahams anytime they go out of the ring. And Mike Sharp with a standing leg lock. Jerry Graham counters. Graham slams him down with a big body slam. Mike Sharp is down. He's kind of close to his partner. Can he make the tag? He does. Mike Sharp makes the tag to Ben Sharp. Ben Sharp comes in. Throws Dr. Jerry into the turnbuckle. Graham comes bouncing off the turnbuckle, and Sharp connects with a big back elbow. Sharp with a big headlock and punch here. Jerry Graham counters it, grabs a whole bunch of hair, and just pulls him to the mat. Ben Sharp is down close to his partner, able to make the tag, so Mike Sharp comes in. And Mike Sharp grabs a top wrist lock on Dr. Jerry Graham. Jerry Graham is dazed, going to try to tag out, can't do it. So Mike Sharp tries for that forearm club, doesn't have the power though. So Jerry Graham able to shove Mike Sharp away and scoop him up with a big body slam and plant him onto the mat. And Eddie Graham is in as Dr. Jerry makes the tag. These two have been going at it for over an hour now. And Mike Sharp, Mike Sharp is on defense here. So Eddie Graham with a face lock, and he moves him back towards his corner as Dr. Jerry gets up on the top rope, comes off with a big flying elbow to the back, and that is a +1 and a down knee. So Mike Sharp going to roll out of the ring. And Mike Sharp trying to take a breather, but Jerry Graham comes out, grabs him, and slams him into the ring post. The referee not super happy about that, trying to talk to Jerry Graham. Jerry Graham shoves the official. Will the official disqualify Jerry Graham? No. No disqualification there. We're going to roll, since he slammed him into the ring post, we're going to roll for blood. Evens are when he gets busted open. Odds are not. So he is not busted open. But Jerry Graham able to throw him back into the ring. And Jerry Graham is in control now. Graham not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. Graham going to choke him against the ropes. And Mike Sharp is down. And Jerry Graham grabs one of the wooden chairs from ringside. Jerry Graham going to roll his DQ. He is not disqualified as he smashes the wooden chair against the head of Mike Sharp again. Mike Sharp in trouble here. Sharp is hurt. We're going to roll for blood again. This time, it finally busts open Mike Sharp. So Mike Sharp in trouble here. Anytime somebody gets busted open, that's another fatigue token. That's why I roll for it. Makes it more fair. And Dr. Jerry Graham is in control here. And big knee lift on Mike Sharp. And Mike Sharp is hurt, rolling 2 dice. He is able to make the tag to Ben. So his brother Ben Sharp comes in, much needed respite for Mike Sharp. And Ben Sharp comes in, snapmare, agility, that is going to work. So Jerry Graham makes the counter here. And a choke on the ropes. And why am I doing... Is there... No? Okay. It's just me being stupid. And Ben Sharp with a double choke on the ropes. This is an add 1 on Dr. Jerry, so we're going to do that. It's going to be a tag, so Mike Sharp will come back in. And Jerry Graham is hurt. So Mike Sharp. And Mike Sharp keeps him in the corner there. And they double team him. Another add 1. And this is going to be tag out to his brother Ben. And Dr. Jerry Graham is down. He's trying to crawl quickly over to his corner to make the tag. And he's able to do it. Eddie Graham comes in. Eddie Graham grabs a top wrist lock on Ben Sharp. Ben Sharp counters it. Sharp pushes Graham over to his corner there. And now they've got a double choke on the ropes on Eddie Graham. So that's a +1, a tag. And he is hurt. And now, Mike Sharp, face ripper on Eddie Graham. Graham is hurt. He's going to roll for tag. He can't do it. Can't get to his corner. And now Mike Sharp with a body scissor submission, center of the ring. And Eddie Graham can't quite get to the ropes. They have no pin saves left. Target is 6. Roll is a 7. Eddie Graham able to keep himself alive here as this match soars past the 90-minute mark. These guys just really showing a whole lot of fortitude. As now Mike Sharp with that big trapezius claw rolling 1 die. He rolls a 5, so that's just a regular trapezius claw this time. Eddie Graham is hurt. Kick to the midsection. Eddie Graham is hurt. Going to try to make that tag. Can't do it. Into the turnbuckle. And they jockey for position in the turnbuckle. The wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating. They are both B, so that's going to go to Mike Sharp as Sharp gets the advantage and lifts a couple of big knees to the gut of Eddie Graham. He's got that trapezius claw again. Just a regular trapezius claw. And Eddie Graham is hurt as Mike Sharp backs him to the corner. Makes that tag, and they double team Eddie Graham in the corner. That is an add 1 move, so we're going to go ahead and add 1. Eddie Graham is down. Eddie Graham is close to the corner, or to the ropes. Going to roll out of the ring. Graham rolls out, and Ben Sharp comes out to the apron and just lays boots into the head of Eddie Graham as he stands there trying to catch his breath. We're going to roll for blood there. And those boots to the head, that busts Eddie Graham open. So Eddie Graham eats another point of fatigue as Ben Sharp really does a number on him. And Sharp in control, boot to the midsection. And we're going the wrong way, guys. Dazed one, so Ben Sharp with a big face rake on Eddie Graham. Eddie Graham is hurt. Ben Sharp why is Ben, I keep doing that. I must be that these are too close or something. Anyway, double sledge, choice C. So Ben Sharp attempts that double sledge. We're going to go for the level 3 because he's -1, -1. So 6 or less. And with a roll of 7, he can't get it. Eddie Graham in control. Eddie Graham going to throw him into the ropes. And Ben Sharp comes off. Eddie Graham throws a drop kick, puts Ben Sharp down. Eddie Graham going to make the tag here. Dr. Jerry is in. Dr. Jerry rolling on level 3. Dr. Jerry going to throw him out of the ring. And now Ben Sharp grabs one of the chairs from ringside and tries to lay into Dr. Jerry Graham. We're going to roll for the pin save here just to not roll the DQ. He fails, so he's going to roll his DQ anyway. I just would hate to have this match end on a DQ after this, but it doesn't, so that'll work. Rams that chair into the midsection of Dr. Jerry Graham and throws him back in the ring. Both teams out of pin saves now. Ben Sharp bounces off the far ropes. Ed comes off and crushes Dr. Jerry Graham with a big clothesline. Target is going to be 8. Roll is a 5. So finally, after 1 hour and 40 minutes of battling, these two teams have come to it's come to a resolution between these two teams. And the Sharps managed to take the win here. So Jesus, that was a match. Jerry Graham, he had an extra point of fatigue, so that's going to be 6, 5, that's 11, 6 is 17, 2, that's 19. So that's like a 4.5-star tag team match. It ended with a big clothesline. Let's enter the Ben 2. Mike had 6. Eddie had 6. And Jerry Graham had 5. Good Lord. That was a match. Yeah, that Mark Ferguson says 100-minute men. Yeah, that was just... I've never had a match go that long in the application ever. That was just insane. I definitely need a short break after that. I've got a bit of a chest cold, so my throat is a little bit irritated from coughing, and so I need to take a drink of soda here. I was not expecting that. Mark Ferguson says the Sharps lasted longer than expected. I don't know. The Sharps are a really... So, like, their cards are, like, mediocre singles wrestlers, like, mid-card. But as a tag team, they're actually a really strong tag team. Like, so I'm actually not surprised they lasted for a while. I mean, I'm surprised that the match went on that long. But definitely not surprised that they held their own. The Sharps are like a world tag team champion caliber team. So, but yeah, that was something else. Never had that many fatigue tokens in a tag team match either. That was almost 20 fatigue tokens between the 4 of them. That was just nuts. All right, so we got Maurice Tillet versus the Sheik. We still have 4 matches. That was, whew. I'm going to impose a time limit of 45 minutes from here on out, because I don't think I can do much more of that. And here we go. In the red corner, weighing 247 pounds and standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, from the Syrian desert, he is the Sheik. And in the blue corner, weighing at 276 pounds, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, from Paris, France, the French Angel, Maurice Tillet. And these two gonna roll to see who takes control, and it's the Sheik. The Sheik is in control. And the Sheik gonna start him by choking him on the ropes. That's a power move. He does not have the power, so that will not work. Maurice Tillet able to counter it by scooping the Sheik up, and he slams him to the mat. The Sheik is down, but the Sheik is gonna roll out of the ring. And here's a wild brawl. Both wrestlers roll DQ. This could be a quick one. Maurice Tillet not disqualified. The Sheik is disqualified. So the Sheik on the outside of the ring, and the Sheik just will not stop nailing Maurice Tillet with the pencil, and the referee has no choice but to disqualify the Sheik. And so Maurice Tillet beat the Sheik by DQ when the Sheik stopped listening to the referee and continued to hit Tillet with the pencil. And I will say that was a dud for sure. There was no fatigue, so Tillet had 0. Sheik had 0. And that is the end of that one. That went by very quickly. Mark Ferguson says lasted longer than most of his bouts. Yeah, the Sheik was not known for long bouts. Ironically, he could actually wrestle. He just didn't. And it worked for him, so. This might be a little more. It's going to be hard hitting, but it might be a little more technical. Don Leo Jonathan versus Johnny Valentine is our next match. And in the red corner, weighing 255 pounds and standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, from Seattle, Washington, he is Johnny Valentine. And in the blue corner, weighing 320 pounds and standing 6 feet 9 inches tall, from Salt Lake City, Utah, Don Leo Jonathan. And Mark Ferguson says, was a great wrestler, as was Abdullah. Abdullah was a good martial artist. He wasn't a great wrestler, from what I understand. Like, even some of the stuff I've seen where Abdullah talks about it, like, he was good with the martial arts. What was it, judo? He studied judo at an early age, so. But, yeah, wasn't like a wrestler, in air quotes. Where the Sheik was like a legitimate amateur wrestler. All right, so here we go. We're going to roll to see who takes control here. And that's going to be Johnny Valentine, as they both roll incredibly low. And Valentine with an arm drag on Don Leo Jonathan. Jonathan is dazed here. Valentine continues his attack, lifting a big knee on Don Leo. That catches Don Leo, and he stumbles around the ring. Valentine follows in, tries for a big back suplex, but can't quite get it, as Don Leo Jonathan able to counter. Don Leo Jonathan trips Valentine down and grabs him up with a giant swing. And Valentine rolling his pin. I can't be pinned, but we'll roll it anyway, just for posterity's sake. And he's going to eat a point of fatigue as Don Leo Jonathan. Now he locks in the Mormon swing. This is a +2 finisher, so the target is going to be 4. The roll is a 9. Johnny Valentine eats another point of fatigue there. And Don Leo Jonathan continues to swing him around with the Mormon swing. Target now is going to be 5. Roll is a 6, so Johnny Valentine just barely able to not give up. And Don Leo Jonathan solidly in control here. Swinging full Nelson now. As Don Leo Jonathan. He's got Valentine hurt. Don Leo, big drop kick on Johnny Valentine. That catches him, but just barely. Don Leo throws a big headbutt at Johnny V. And Johnny Valentine, let's see. His power is -2, so I don't think we're going to try that. We're going to throw him into the ropes. And Valentine bounces back, and Don Leo Jonathan shoulder blocks him to the ground. And Don Leo is in control. Wind up knee lift on Johnny Valentine. That connects. Valentine is hurt. Gonna throw Valentine into the turnbuckle. And Don Leo comes in, crushing him with a big body splash in the corner. And Don Leo Jonathan scoops up Johnny Valentine. Tries to slam him to the mat. Valentine scoots out the back. And he tries for that back suplex there. Can't quite get Don Leo up. And Don Leo Jonathan in control. Another big wind-up knee lift. Valentine catches the leg and throws a knee lift of his own. That connects with Don Leo Jonathan. And now Johnny Valentine into the turnbuckle with Don Leo. And Don Leo Jonathan hits that turnbuckle, and Valentine comes careening in with a big running elbow smash in the corner. Don Leo Jonathan is hurt here. And Johnny Valentine throws a huge chop, and it just echoes throughout the arena as Don Leo Jonathan is put down. Valentine going for the cover here. Target is 2. Roll is a 6, so Don Leo Jonathan able to kick out without too much of an issue. And Johnny Valentine locks in the sleeper as Jonathan gets back to his feet. Don Leo manages to get to the ropes. And now Johnny Valentine throws him back into the turnbuckle. And this time, Don Leo Jonathan bounces out of the turnbuckle, and Johnny Valentine throws a big drop kick. And Valentine is a big man to be drop kicking, so that catches Don Leo solid. And Don Leo Jonathan is in trouble. Johnny Valentine going for that backbreaker. Death jump or 8 plus or minus agility. He's going for the death jump. So Jonathan kind of stumbles back to his feet here. And Johnny Valentine jumps off, catches him with a big cross-body block here. And Don Leo's going to roll his pin. Target is 3, roll is a 9, so Don Leo Jonathan able to kick out. Johnny Valentine in control here, front face lock and roll up. And this is a choice C. Neither one of these are great, so we're going to go 6 or less. And on a 4, he gets it, so Johnny Valentine successfully hits him with that front face lock roll up. Don Leo Jonathan is dazed. Johnny Valentine tries for that back suplex again. You got to stop trying for that back suplex there, Johnny V. And Valentine not able to lift the big man. And Don Leo turns him around and then throws a big drop kick of his own. And Johnny Valentine gets out of the way. Don Leo not quite quick enough with that big drop kick. Grabs a headlock on Don Leo Jonathan as he gets back to his feet. Don Leo able to throw a couple of forearm shots to the side and back and break that one. And Don Leo Jonathan scoops up Johnny Valentine and hits him with a big atomic drop. Johnny Valentine is down here. Don Leo going up for the death jump. And Johnny Valentine hits him in the stomach as he tries to come off with a big elbow smash to the top of the head. Valentine says, "You're not using my move against me." And now Johnny Valentine on the attack. Another big backbreaker. And that's going to put Johnny Valentine is going to line him up for a big death jump here. And Don Leo Jonathan gets back to his feet after the backbreaker, and Johnny Valentine comes off with a big double sledge off that top rope. And now, Johnny Valentine in control, big front face lock roll up. That is not the move that Johnny Valentine wanted, but Don Leo avoided the atomic skull crusher, and so he took what he could. This is going to be a level 3 on 6 or less. So let's see if he can get it. 9, he can't get it. And Don Leo Jonathan tries for a body slam on Johnny Valentine. Valentine scoots out the back and then tries for the back suplex again. I don't know why you keep trying that. Don Leo trips him down and goes for the giant swing. Valentine's hurt here. Don Leo going to throw him into the turnbuckle. Valentine bounces off the turnbuckle, comes rebounding back with a big forearm smash to the jaw of Don Leo Jonathan. Valentine in control. He's going to throw him into the turnbuckle here. And Don Leo crushed with a big kick here as Johnny Valentine is in control of this match. Into the turnbuckle again. And this time it's Don Leo as Valentine tries to charge in with another big forearm smash in the buckle there. And Don Leo gets a knee up. Valentine just levels himself on the knee of Don Leo Jonathan. And now Don Leo with a wind-up knee lift. Johnny Valentine is hurt here. Don Leo throwing that big drop kick. And this time it works. It connects with Johnny Valentine, putting him on the mat. Valentine back to his feet, but not before Don Leo can trip him back down, grab the legs, and swing him around with that giant swing. Valentine is hurt. And the wind-up knee lift. And Valentine is hurt once again. And into the turnbuckle by Don Leo Jonathan. And Valentine reverses that. And Don Leo into the turnbuckle, runs into a chest first, and bounces off, kind of stumbling backwards. And Johnny Valentine puts him down with a elbow shot to the back of the neck. And Valentine in control. Valentine waits for him to get back up and throws a big chop to the chest on Don Leo Jonathan. Once again, after that chop, he's going for the cover. Target is going to be 4. Roll is a 10, so Don Leo Jonathan kicks out pretty easily. But Johnny Valentine in control. And now Valentine throws Don Leo Jonathan out of the ring. And it's a brawl on the outside. The wrestler with the better ring rating, that's going to be Johnny Valentine. And Valentine kills him with that atomic skull crusher. This is a +1, so the target's going to be 6. And the roll is a 6. Johnny Valentine has picked up the win with the atomic skull crusher. So Johnny Valentine. Atomic skull crusher. Helps if I spell that correctly. Let's see. Don Leo would have had 1 more, so that's going to be 7. So that is 3.5 stars. Not a bad match. So Don, I'll call him Don Leo. He has 4, and Valentine, he has 3. So there we go. And here is our penultimate match. Billy Watson versus Bill Longson. So Wild Bill Longson, the inventor of the pile driver. He's in there against Whipper Billy Watson, one of the most famous wrestlers to come out of Canada. So here we go. Mark Ferguson says, let's see what the chat is saying here. I like the default charts. It leaves it open for what to happen. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was going for with the just leaving off all the fluff. I mean, aside from the fact that the fluff is, copyright Filsinger Games, so I'd have to write my own fluff if I wanted to fluff. But I don't really like the fluff so much. Just saying, a big move or big counter or whatever works for me, because then I can kind of read that and then narrate what I think happened instead of having sort of like a predetermined line of fluff. Mark Ferguson also says we had Johnny Valentine in Dallas for a while. Yeah. Valentine, he did Texas quite a bit. He was big in Houston as well. Was a champion over there for quite a while. And Mark Ferguson also says, I predict Bill will win. Yeah, it's the battle of the Bill. It's the battle of the Bills. All right, let's get to it. And in the red corner, weighing in at 240 pounds and standing 6 feet, 2 inches tall, from Salt Lake City, Utah, he is Wild Bill Longson. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighing in at 224 pounds and standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, from East York, Ontario, Canada, he is Whipper Billy Watson. And let's roll the dice and get the match underway. Let's get the match underway. And Bill Longson is going to take this off the lockup. And he's got a collar and elbow tie-up on Whipper Billy Watson. Watson is dazed here. And Longson whips him into the ropes. And Watson, double clothesline here. So neither of these guys get the better of that exchange. It's going to be the wrestler with the better ropes rating, and that's going to be Billy Watson. He takes over on level 3, so already just moving up. Canadian Avalanche by Billy Watson on Bill Longson. And Longson is hurt here as Whipper Billy Watson hip lock and toss. And Longson counters that. Longson with a big elbow strike. Choice F. Let's see. -2, -1. So I guess the power is better. It's going to work on 6 or less. And on a roll of 7, it does not work. So Whipper Billy Watson takes over. And he takes over with short arm scissors. And that's going to put him in the center of the ring. Nowhere to go. Target is going to be 2 here. And Bill Longson able to avoid submitting to the short arm scissors. But Whipper Billy Watson in control. Not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. Hip lock takedown. And that's going... Nope. I did it again. Out of the ring. He's going to roll up. So that is Watson rolling. There we go. And that's a short arm scissors on Bill Longson. Longson is hurt. And he continues to apply pressure on those short arm scissors. Longson is hurt. They get back to their feet. And Billy Watson whips him into the turnbuckle here. And Longson moves out of the way as Watson comes running in. And Billy Watson hits the turnbuckle and kind of stumbles out of the ring, falls from the ring. That is not good for Billy Watson. And Watson shoves the referee as the referee tries to tell him to get back in the ring. I think he thought it was Bill Longson. Rolling his DQ here. He is not disqualified. And they get back in the ring. Longson tries to come in, but Billy Watson able to surprise him quickly and apply a CCU hold. And this is like essentially it's like the Cobra Clutch. It's a sleeper type hold. And that's a +2 finisher, so that's going to be 5 as the target. And on a roll of 11, he is able to kick out without too much trouble there. And Watson in control now, gut wrench. And that's a choice H. Agility is +1, so that's what we're going to do. It's going to work on a 9 or less. And on a roll of 7, that works. And that catches Wild Bill Longson. He is down. That gut wrench put him right near the ropes. And Longson going to roll out. And the two men are going to get into a big old brawl. The wrestler with the better ring rating, that's going to be Bill Longson. Longson just beats the hell out of Billy Watson on the outside of the ring and rolls him back in. And then applies a toe hold. Watson able to counter that toe hold. And going to hit a side elbow against the ropes. This is an agility, and that is going to work. So, but Longson able to block it and take control. Punches to the gut. That is an agility move, and that is not going to work. Watson going to go with the corkscrew wrist lock. And Bill Longson is put down with that corkscrew wrist lock. Watson going for the cover. Target is 4. Roll is a 7. So Longson once again kicks out. And Billy Watson, Canadian Avalanche once again. And Longson is down. He's near the ropes, so he's going to roll out. Longson is out of the ring. And Billy Watson comes out to the apron and just dives off the apron with a big punch right between the eyes on Bill Longson. So Billy Watson rolls him back in, hits another Canadian Avalanche. That's going to catch Bill Longson. He's hurt. Watson with a chancery, and he tries to take him down. Let's see if he can get it done. Agility. So that's going to work on 8 or less. And on a roll of 7, that works. So Longson is down, and he's being pinned by Billy Watson here. Target is 5. Roll is an 8. So once again, Bill Longson able to kick out, but Billy Watson in control. Canadian Avalanche. And that's going to hurt Bill Longson again. Chancery takedown. That's going to be the 8 or less. And on a roll of 7, that works. And once again, he's got a pin after that Chancery takedown. Target is going to be 6. Roll is a 10. So Bill Longson kicks out again. And Billy Watson in control. Choice H. So this is going to be the death jump or the agility. He's going to do it on the agility. That's going to work on a 9 or less. And on an 11, Bill Longson able to counter that gut wrench. Finally in control. Longson backing him into the corner and choking him. And Billy Watson able to counter that. Watson pushes him into the ropes. And as Longson bounces off, he is crushed with a big club to the chest by Billy Watson. Watson going to back him into the turnbuckle. And the two men start jockeying for position. The referee comes in, breaks them up. And Billy Watson able to take control after the referee separates the two men. Watson, the quicker of the two, able to move back in and apply a CCU hold. And now this target is going to be 9. This is going to be hard for Longson to break free from. And on a roll of 7, that does it. And Whipper Billy Watson is your winner. So Watson beat Longson with a CCU hold. Longson is going to have 6, so that's going to be 3 stars. And Watson actually had 0. Longson had 6. Definitely not what I was expecting out of that match. I thought it would be a little more even. And so here we go. This is going to be for the NWC World's Heavyweight title. Freddie Blassie, 8-0. Undefeated here in National Wrestling Commission events. Thesz, this will be his first defense of his second reign. So let's see how it goes for both of them. The title is at stake. Here we go. In the red corner, weighing in at 230 pounds and standing 5 feet 10 inches tall from St. Louis, Missouri. He is the challenger, Freddie Blassie. And in the blue corner, weighing 238 pounds and standing 6 feet 2 inches tall from St. Louis, Missouri. He is the NWC World's Heavyweight Champion, He is Thesz. And Thesz and Blassie locking up in the center of the ring in our main event. And Freddie Blassie wins the lockup, tries to scoop up Thesz with a body slam, and is going to be successful in doing so, except that Thesz able to scoot out the back. Thesz spins Blassie around, throws a series of drop kicks at classy Freddie Blassie. Those catch Blassie. Blassie's hurt. Thesz with a big hammer lock. That's a choice C maneuver. Level 3 agility. And his agility is 0. That's his worst stat, so that's what we're going to use. 7 or less. And on a roll of 10, he can't get him. Blassie. I'm going to whip Thesz into the turnbuckle. And Thesz reverses that. Blassie hits the turnbuckle, and Thesz in with a big shot to the jaw there, and then the referee finally gets between the two, breaks them up, makes them meet in the center of the ring, and Thesz is in control here. Thesz not going to whip him into the turnbuckle, going to roll up. Apparently going to whip him into the ropes instead. And Blassie comes off the ropes with a big drop kick, and that catches Thesz. Puts him down, and Blassie grabs Thesz and tries to get it over quickly as he hits the Southern Neckbreaker on Thesz. This is a +3 finisher, so target is going to be 5. Roll is an 8, so Thesz able to kick out, but Blassie in control now. And Blassie throws Thesz out of the ring. Thesz is a little frustrated here, and Thesz grabs Blassie, slams him head first into the ring apron, and the referee admonishing Thesz. Could be a DQ, not a DQ. Thesz throws Blassie back into the ring and grabs him and smashes him with a Greco-Roman backdrop. That's going to plant Freddie Blassie on the mat. Target is going to be 3. Roll is a 7. And Thesz in control here, scoops him back up and hits a second Greco-Roman backdrop. Target is going to be 4. Roll is an 8. So Blassie once again kicks out. And Thesz with a step over toe hold face lock on Freddie Blassie. Blassie's down, but he's going to roll out of the ring. Doesn't matter. Thesz gets out onto the apron, kicks him in the head. And just like we saw earlier in the tag team match, Blassie's going to roll to see if he's busted open here, and he is. So that's another point of fatigue for Blassie. And Thesz gets down, throws him back into the ring, and Thesz is in control now. Double wrist lock, and Blassie's down again. He's going to roll out of the ring. And Thesz, getting frustrated, comes out, whips Blassie into the corner post, using that ring as a weapon. The referee is still not happy with that, says that champions should not be doing that sort of thing. We're going to see a DQ roll here. He is not disqualified. And Thesz on the attack after throwing Blassie back into the ring. Not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to try for that hammer lock. That's going to work on a 7 or less. And on a roll of 9, it's not going to work. Freddie Blassie going to throw Thesz into the turnbuckle. No, he's not. He's going to roll up. And Blassie with a running kick to the chest. That's an agility move. That's not going to work either, so didn't even matter. Thesz is back on the attack there as he catches the kick and sends Blassie into the turnbuckle. And Blassie in the turnbuckle. Thesz, a couple of shots to the gut before the referee can get in to break them up. And as Blassie comes out of the turnbuckle, Thesz throws a series of drop kicks, really flooring Freddie Blassie with those big drop kicks. Thesz then grabs him up, and another big Greco-Roman backdrop. This is a +2 finisher, so the target is going to be 6, and the roll is a 6. So Thesz has handed Freddie Blassie his first loss and makes his first defense of the NWC World's Heavyweight title. So that was the Greco-Roman backdrop. And that was Thesz. And Blassie had 4, Thesz had 1. So that's 5. So that's 2.5. So that's going to be 3.5 because of the title. And here we go. We got Thesz. He had 1. Blassie 4. And there we go. So there we go. That was an insane card with that 100-minute tag match. Let's go check some stuff here. We've got the rankings here. Let's see what my rankings look like. I don't usually show them off on screen, so it'll be worth checking out. I don't usually like the champions first, so let's turn that off. We've got Thesz. It's his second reign as champion here. He's got his defense against Freddie Blassie. 17-5. The winning percentage is new. I just added that earlier today. So Thesz with a 77.27% winning percentage. Nothing is going to top William Muldoon in my federation. I mean, look at this. 23-1, 95.83. He has 19 title defenses. He won this title literally 6 years ago, because it was in December of year 1, and we just finished December of year 7. So, and they defend their title about every 3 months. So, but yeah, that's just not, or every 4 months. So they do 3 defenses a year roughly. And that's just insane. He's just killing it. Let's see here. Let's see our tag team rankings. We've got the fabulous Kangaroos at 5-3. They are our tag team champions, so good for them. I'm glad I was at least able to watch that last half of the card. Yeah, it was a fun one. The tag team match was just something else. I mean, 100 minutes is just crazy. Here are my champions. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, we got Thesz. Yeah, look at this. This is just insane. Unknown number of days. When he finally loses that, it's gonna be like, I don't think anybody is ever gonna hold a title that long ever again. It's just, it's crazy. And I think that's all we need to really look at. Oh, I was gonna see this. I think that is the longest match of all time, and also the longest card of all time. Let's see. The longest card of all time is card 7.712, which is the one that we just did. It went on for 3 hours, 51 minutes, and 55 seconds. So nearly 4 hours. So this was WrestleMania lengthed. And our longest match was the Sharps versus the Golden Grams from card 712. That went on for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So, yeah, that's just nuts. So, well, there we go. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching with me. If you have any questions, I am usually on the Filsinger Games board. If you don't already have FG Assistant and you're interested in it, you can get yourself a copy by going to patreon.com/FG Assistant. Get yourself a copy. It's pretty fun. It's a nice way to roll cards on the computer. Anyway, with that, I am out of here. Thank you all for joining me, and we will see you later.